Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for this afternoon's presentation of Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we're coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America in the Dallas Sportatorium. And it has been a great night of action so far. And we are looking forward to an outstanding double main event. The PWMA Tag Team Championship will be on the line in our main event when the new champions, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal with Precious Paul Ellering, defend their newly won titles against the former champions Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. And we will see the Southland Heavyweight Championship on the line with Kevin Steen challenging Terry Funk for that title. We'll also see a no disqualification grudge match as Steve Dr. Death Williams takes on the man who cost him the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, that being MENG. And we've got a couple of other matches to kick things off. And as we get started, welcome in the chat room to Neil Lau and to Carl Zilla. And thank you for asking, Carl Zilla, how is your foot doing? My foot is broken. Thank you very much. But it's doing fine. Pain is not really an issue. I'm just going to be non-weight bearing until I see the orthopedic surgeon. I'll probably hear from them on Monday, and we'll go from there. I had quite a bizarre week. I was suffering from some foot pain, and I had just started doing some treadmill exercise in addition to my weight training. And in the midst of doing that, I developed some foot pain, tried on some new shoes yesterday, and after 2 or 3 trials of shoes on the treadmill, I was testing a pair of shoes on the treadmill. I felt a pop in my foot and pain, and the urgent care center x-rayed it and found a fracture of the 5th metatarsal bone, the bone on the outside of the foot. If you reach down and feel the outside of your foot, right in the middle of the outside of your foot, there's that bone that sticks out. That is your 5th metatarsal, and that is where my break is located. So I'll be non-weight bearing for a number of weeks and then back to action. So thank you, Carl Zilla, for expressing your concern. Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, welcome to the chat room. All right. Actually, 5 matches on this afternoon's card, as we're going to start with a singles match that I had intended to run before the broadcast and forgot to do so. So why not put these two on the channel? Because they do have quite the rivalry from recent memory. They recently battled to a double count out, and now they are going at it again. Introducing first, from nearby San Antonio, Texas, 6 foot tall, weighing 220 pounds, this is Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels and his opponent is also 6 feet tall. Also weighs in at 225 pounds. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, this is Antonino Rocca. So Rocca and Michaels to kick things off here in the Dave Cave. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and enjoy the show as we get things rolling here from the Dallas Sportatorium. And the opening initiative roll is won by Rocca. And Rocca starts off with a roundhouse forearm, and he nails Shawn Michaels, backs him off with that. Rocca follows that up with a monkey flip, grabbing the arms of Michaels and flipping him over and down to the canvas hard. Great agility shown there by Rocca. He is one of the few men in the sport with a better agility rating than Shawn Michaels. So he is in control here, and he is going to go for the death jump. Rocca going up to the top turnbuckle. He flies off the turnbuckle and pow! He nails a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle, and Michaels once again is down. And now he goes to the Argentine backbreaker. This is a +2 finisher. The pin roll here is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 5, he almost got him. Almost got him. Roca in control. Michaels completely on the defensive in this match, and now another death jump coming from Roca. Up to the top goes Roca. Oh, but this time on a roll of 2, it is Roca who tries a spectacular move, but accidentally smashes into the referee. That's not good. The referee is down, and he will be down for 10 moves. 10 moves with no referee. And now we do the odd-even roll to see who gets control. And on the odd roll, it is Michaels who is still down while Roca comes in and goes for the kill. Although he can't accomplish any pinfall the next 10 moves. Roca goes immediately with a pitching him out of the ring, and down to the arena floor we go. And on a roll of 6, they slug it out at ringside. That is the best man wins roll. Both these men are rated B on the arena floor, so Roca will maintain control on offense. And it is Roca now with a flying head scissors that takes Michaels out of the ring once again. Well, we see some shenanigans here. There's no referee to break things up, but they're going to keep it on the up and up here as Michaels just crawls back into the ring where Roca is waiting. And now Roca with that Argentine backbreaker once again. That's going to cost Michaels another point of fatigue. Still no referee to count a pinfall or a submission. And now we have Kevin Butcher, the ultimate Wildcat fan, in the chat room. It is a great night here in the Dave Cave. Roca still in control. Referee still down. And another Argentine backbreaker to no avail. But Michaels taking all kinds of punishment as the referee is down for another 6 moves. Michaels is wrestling as a heel in Texas, but he has no real allies to come to his aid here. So we'll just continue to play this one straight up, and Roca hits the backbreaker again. And Michaels is now up to 4 fatigue tokens. Roca, probably Roca is a better pronunciation. Thank you for the input there, as Roca remains in control, and Roca is now going to go for a leg lace with a headstand. That is a choice C maneuver. He'll need a roll of 8 or lower to achieve that. On a roll of 8, he does get it done. And Michaels is finally able to get up to his knees as the match continues. Still no referee here, as Roca comes in with a series of open hand chops. And this time Michaels is going to fire right back with an attempted clothesline. Roca ducks out of the way of that one, and it is Roca who comes back with a handstand head scissor throw. And Michaels is down once again. Roca still in control. Another head scissor throw, and Michaels this time is out of the ring. And this time we will see some shenanigans. The shenanigans table is in effect. Just as the referee is about to get up, action spills out of the ring, and we go to the ringside mayhem chart. And on a roll of 4, we go to the tables chart. What is Shawn Michaels going to do with the table here? And on a roll of 7, Michaels has pulled the table into the ring. And it is time for the gut check roll. Roca, of course, has the big advantage on the gut check roll because Michaels has the 4 points of fatigue. And sure enough, it is Roca who wins the gut check roll. And he spears Shawn Michaels through the table. Michaels set up the table, and Roca speared him through it. The referee is now back on his feet, wondering what just happened, as there are shards of a table and shards of Shawn Michaels laying all over the ring. And Roca now goes back to the Argentine backbreaker. The submission roll here is 9 or lower. And on a roll of 10, Michaels manages to get to the ropes. How about that? Roca still on the offensive. Roca now with another death jump coming up. And on a roll of 7, let's see, death jump A7 is successful. Rocca blasts Michaels with a flying clothesline off the top rope. And Michaels is once again down. Do we have an auto DQ? There's no auto DQ for that move, since it was not Rocca who brought the table into the ring. And in fact, there was no referee to call for a DQ anyways. So Rocca now follows that up with that leg lace with the headstand move. He needs 8 or lower to hit that. And on 11, Michaels escapes that. And Michaels comes back with a reverse atomic drop. Rocca is down. Michaels now with a back suplex. Puts Rocca down. Michaels trying to rally here despite the massive advantage in fatigue tokens. Another back suplex. And Rocca slowly gets to his feet. Yet another back suplex. That's 3 of them now. And now a reverse atomic drop, but this one Rocca slips out the back. And on the reversal, nails Michaels with an open hand chop. Michaels fires back. Michaels another attempt at a reverse atomic drop. Rocca powers out of it. Rocca this time with a monkey flip takes Michaels up, over, and down to the canvas once again. Head crank and victory roll executed by Rocca. Rocca follows that up with another monkey flip. This time Michaels lands on his feet, turns, and catches Rocca with an arm wringer. Rocca retaliates on the reversal and takes Michaels down with a crushing body scissors, and Michaels crawls out of the ring. Michaels out to the arena floor, and there will be no shenanigans this time, and instead it is Michaels who is going to have to make that helpless crawl back into the ring, where Rocca is waiting, and he's going to try that leg lace maneuver again. And again, Michaels is able to slip out of that. And it is Michaels coming back with a Hurricane Rana that takes Rocca over and down to the canvas. Michaels doing his best to stay close here. Michaels attempts a drop kick, and Rocca sidesteps that. Rocca comes back and grabs Michaels in the center of the ring and just nails him with a forearm roundhouse. Michaels is stunned. Open hand chops delivered by Rocca. Rocca follows that up with another head crank and a victory roll. Both men are down. Rocca first to his feet with another monkey flip. Michaels is hurt. Another monkey flip. Michaels escapes this one and comes back with a flying shoulder tackle and takes Rocca down to the canvas. Michaels coming back with a flying forearm, and Rocca goes out of the ring. There will be no shenanigans in effect this time, but on a roll of 5, on the ring B table, that is a clean win for the wrestler on the outside. So Rocca with a clean win. He will have to make a disqualification roll. He is not disqualified. And now Rocca with a series of drop kicks. A series of drop kicks, that's going to take some more of the starch out of Michaels. Michaels able to stagger back to his feet, where he is stung by another open hand chop from Rocca. And now Rocca with another series of drop kicks, taking more of the stamina out of Michaels. Michaels just about out on his feet, but determined to continue. Here is a head scissor throw. Michaels down to the canvas. Another head scissor throw, and now he's going to go for the cover. The pin roll now is 10 or lower, and on a roll of 11, he kicked out. Do you believe it? What a show of resilience by Shawn Michaels. As Rocca continues on the offensive, another series of drop kicks, and on a roll of 10 fatigue tokens, that means Michaels is out cold, and Rocca will cover him and score the pinfall by way of a knockout. How about that? Antonino Rocca with a knockout victory over Shawn Michaels after a big drop kick. It was really much closer than the 10-0 score would indicate, but Rocca really controlled most of the action in that match. And after a long struggle, nearly 15 minutes in length, we go to the winner, Antonino Rocca. After a series of drop kicks, put the total pin rating up to 12. And as Ultimate Wildcat fan Kevin Butcher has identified, that is indeed time for a stoppage. As into the chat room, we now have Mark Ferguson. Don't visit the concession stand. Just had to come to the Sportatorium. I actually had the opportunity to attend some matches at the Dallas Sportatorium very late in its existence. It was a dive, but it was entertaining, and it was good to be part of that stage in wrestling history. That was when I believe it was Global Wrestling Federation was running the shows in Dallas. There were no Von Erichs there. The main event featured a guy by the name of Big John Hawk, who later went on to become Justin Hawk Bradshaw, then became the man we now know as Bradshaw, JBL, just getting started in his early days as John Hawk. Crazy Mike Davis was on that show. James Beard, one of the referees. And so that concludes our opening contest. And our next contest is a tag team match. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for 30 minutes with standard rules, one fall. Introducing first, team number 1. At a total combined weight of 532 pounds, collectively arising from parts unknown, Rex and Spot the Moondogs. All right, the Moondogs headed down to the ring, bones in hand, and they have a very popular set of opponents headed their way this evening here in Dallas. Weighing in at a total combined weight of 525 pounds from Bay City, Michigan, it is Rick and Scotty, the Steiner brothers. All right, so the Steiner brothers to take on the Moondogs here in Dallas. Yeah, I scored that one a win by knockout for Rocca. So Mark Ferguson, sounds like you've spent some time at the Sportatorium. The Mulligans versus Fritz and whoever the second top star was. Good time indeed. As we start things off here, it will be Scotty Steiner doing business against Moondog Spot. Scott and Spot to start things off, and it is Moondog Spot who takes the initiative role, and he starts things off with a crescent kick that nails Scotty Steiner, and Scotty not able to get over and make a tag as Spot moves in with a boot to the midsection, and now a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Scotty Steiner, and on a roll of 9, that is a big kick delivered by Moondog Spot that stuns Scotty. Moondog is going to attempt a knee drop. That is a choice F maneuver. And by choice F, we need a roll of 5 or lower to connect on that. So good luck with that. And on a roll of 7, Scotty rolls out of the way of that knee drop. And it is Scotty who comes back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Moondog Spot. And on a roll of 8, it is a big kick from Scotty that stuns Spot. Scotty now going to make the tag to brother Rick Steiner. Into the ring comes Rick Steiner, barking like a dog against the Moondogs. And as Scotty leaves the ring, they're going to indulge in a little double team action. A combination backbreaker and elbow smash puts Spot down to the canvas. Scotty now in control. And now it is the Steiner dog That is a +3 tag maneuver. That makes the pin roll 7 or lower. And immediately Rex is going to have to come with the pin save. And on a roll of 6, he is able to make the save. And the match will continue. Rick Steiner in control over Moondog Spot. And now it is a big German suplex to be attempted. That's a choice H move. We'll go to the death jump chart. And on a roll of 8, he nails the German suplex. And down goes Moondog Spot. Spot in trouble here. And now another Steiner dog, another +3 finisher. And that's going to mean the final pin save attempt, and it is successful. And on a roll of 3, let's see, we go to 0 pin saves remaining. 2 fatigue tokens here for Moondog Spot. And on a roll of 3, as we go to the pin save chart, your partner goes crazy and interferes in a big way. Roll on the wrestler interference chart. So let's see what the wrestler interference chart will bring. And on a roll of 6, it is Rex coming in with a deadly specialty move, allowing Spot to recover and attack the opponent. And there will be a disqualification for that. So they failed the disqualification roll, and the Moondogs are disqualified for the double teaming on Rick Steiner. So the referee calls for the bell. The match is awarded to the Steiner brothers by way of the disqualification. Moondogs not very happy about that. As we go to the disqualification table, and on a roll of 7, it is going to be an attack on Rick by Moondog Rex. Rex is going to keep the attack up on Steiner as the bell has been sounded. And on a roll of 9, it is Rick who is rescued by his brother. So there will be no injury to Rick Steiner as Scotty is able to make the save. And on a roll of 5, that will be the end of this little feud. There will not be a grudge match or a return match of any sort. The Moondogs were disqualified. Rex came after Rick with his bone. Scotty was able to save his brother. And the referees intervene and get the Moondogs out of there before any further escalation can occur. So Rick and Scotty win that one by disqualification and take the next step up the ladder in the tag team ranks here in Pro Wrestling Mid-America. All right, in between matches, we will catch up with the what is happening in the chat. Filsinger Game Police are going to come and take away your game, Carlzilla, because you're playing wrong. Very good. Yeah, and that's just a question over stoppage when the pin rating reaches 12, and so, that is, I'm not aware that that's a real rule other than just a house rule. And now, it was Jim Londos that made the big comeback with his had 1 moves and couldn't get the pin. All right. It is time for our next match. The following contest is a grudge match, and it is no disqualification and no holds barred. Introducing first, standing at 6'1", weighing in at 303 pounds from the Isle of Tonga. This is MENG. And his opponent, 275 pounds, 6'2" tall, out of Norman, Oklahoma, Dr. Death Steve Williams. So these two have a score to settle as MENG now under the employ of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And it was a chair shot from Meng to Williams that allowed DiBiase to retain his NWA World Heavyweight Championship in the lumberjack match we saw at last month's pay-per-view. So Williams with a score to settle against Meng, and Williams' ultimate goal is to get back into the ring with DiBiase for potentially another shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, he's got a score to settle with Meng, and Dallas is as good as any place to schedule the score. Two legitimate tough guys. Dr. Death better have his health insurance paid up, says Mark Ferguson, as Meng takes the opening initiative role, and Meng comes out and just rakes the eyes of Dr. Death. Dr. Death going to have nothing to do with that. He grabs Meng, whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Meng, and on a roll of 6, it is Meng with a reversal, sending Williams into the turnbuckle. And Williams reverses it and sends Meng back into the turnbuckle. And now on a roll of 10, it is a big running lariat delivered by Williams at the turnbuckle, and down goes Meng. Meng goes down right away. And Williams in control. And here we go out of the ring. Out of the ring we go on a roll of 4. Will not go out of the shenanigans chart quite yet. But on the arena floor, the battle is won by Dr. Death with the help of a steel chair. And we go back into the ring. And Williams now with the Oklahoma Stampede. He's going to go for a quick cover. The pin roll is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 6, he almost got him. Meng in trouble early after Williams took his revenge with a steel chair on the arena floor and quickly followed that up with the Oklahoma Stampede for a near fall. Williams now is going to go up to the top rope and attempt a superplex. And on a roll of 8, he gets him up over and down to the canvas hard. As Meng is down and Williams is in control, and the fans here in Dallas are loving it. It's not often that fans in Dallas will cheer for a former Oklahoma Sooner, but in this case, their cheering is indeed justified, as now it is a big press slam by Williams, pressing Meng 300 pounds up overhead and down to the canvas hard. Impressive show of strength by the former Sooner. Williams now with a big spine buster puts Meng back down onto the canvas yet again. It has been all Dr. Death in this match so far. And now it is a football tackle by Meng, by Williams, nailing Meng just as Meng got to his feet. Williams now with another superplex attempt. And another successful blow delivered to Meng. Down to the canvas he goes hard. Williams remains in control. And now the Doctor Bomb has been executed by Williams, putting Meng down hard once again, but Meng is resilient. He gets to his feet, just as Williams is going to come at him with a standing drop kick. That is a choice C maneuver. He'll need a roll of 8 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 7, he nailed it. And Meng is staggered backwards. Dr. Death follows that up with a big headbutt. Maybe not the best move against a guy like Meng, but now Williams goes for another standing drop kick, and again he nails it. And this time Meng is leaving the ring. And on a roll of 8, it is shenanigans time. To the shenanigans chart we go. And the shenanigans roll is 7, which means we go to the foreign object table. A foreign object is in play. And the foreign object winds up in the hands of Dr. Death Williams on the gut check roll. And he slugs Meng with that foreign object at ringside. He picked up a microphone off of the announcer's desk and nailed Meng right between the eyes. Meng is stunned as we go back into the ring. And Dr. Death has the cheers of the fans at his back, and he goes for another Oklahoma Stampede. The pin roll here is 7 or lower, and on a roll of 5, he got him. A dominant performance by Dr. Death as he nailed Meng with the ring microphone, and then the Oklahoma Stampede. to score the victory here in dominant fashion over MENG. And now Williams is just putting the boots to MENG and kicking him out of the ring, where Williams will stand and celebrate as MENG leaves the arena in shame. So a big win in a grudge match for Dr. Death. And the fans here in Dallas are showing their appreciation. Yes, indeed. These are some comments in the chat about the bootlegs. We've seen both the MENG bootleg and the Shawn Michaels bootleg, which came from the collection that was started by the Rob and picked up by Will Harrison, statted by the Olsen brothers, who do the official stats for the game cards. And now, and so those are available. And actually, we just got email this week about some past card sets that might still be available. If anybody is interested in that, let me know, and I can send that PDF along to you. And you can get in touch with Will Harrison about obtaining some of the older versions of some of the bootlegs. And you can always jump on board and be part of the new bootleg world as well. Got a new set coming anytime now. Although I am still waiting for my promised Medusa Michelli card. Eddie and Chavo coming up in the next set, as was announced today, and looking for that as well. All right, on to our next match. We have two matches to go. They are both title matches. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with no disqualification and a 30-minute time limit. And it is for the Southland Heavyweight Championship. This is the secondary title here in Pro Wrestling Mid-America, second to the PWMA Heavyweight Championship, currently held by the Macho Man Randy Savage. But your Southland Heavyweight Champion is on the line in this event. The challenger, standing at 5'11" and weighing in at 255 pounds, from Marieville, Quebec, Canada. This is wrestling's worst nightmare, Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen to challenge for the Southland Heavyweight Championship against your reigning and defending Southland Heavyweight Champion. Another fine bootleg from the Olsen brothers. He weighs in at 247 pounds and stands at 6'1". From Amarillo, Texas, this is the Southland Heavyweight Champion, Terry Funk. That is correct, Mr. Butcher, sir. I won the auction for Rob's NWA set at Galacticon. And I did not know Rob very well at the time, but Kevin was kind enough to convince Rob to include me as a part of the bootleg cooperative, and I owe you my thanks for that, as I have continued to enjoy the bootlegs since that very first set. Yes, Kevin Steen is from the 2012 Ring of Honor set, and Terry Funk from the Olsen Brothers bootleg, as we see two very double tough customers squaring off with the Southland Heavyweight Championship on the line. And this is indeed a no disqualification match, as are all Southland Heavyweight Championship matches. And that's why Terry Funk has been able to hold on to this title for such a long period of time. And it is Funk who goes out on the offensive. Got to get our championship dice into play for this one. And it is Funk with a front face lock, taking control of Steen as they come together in the opening lockup. Funk follows that up with a head scissors, takes him down to the canvas, and Funk in control with some technical moves here. Maybe not what we were expecting at the onset of a match between these two tough customers. And now here is a body slam attempted by Funk. Steen powers his way out of the body slam attempt, and it is Steen with a somersault leg drop that stuns Terry Funk. And Steen follows that up with a fisherman buster onto the knee, and that is a rugged move. Funk goes down, and Steen is in control. Steen comes back now. He's going to go for a 450 splash. That's an awful big man to be doing a 450. That is a choice G maneuver. And so he is going to read this from the death jump chart. Tough call there, but we'll go to the death jump chart, and on a roll of 11, he nails it. He nails it, and he goes for the cover. The pin roll here is 2, and on a roll of 7, Terry Funk kicks out. Steen in control. Steen now goes for a sleeper hold suplex and just dumps Terry Funk on the back of his head in the center of the ring. Funk gets to his feet. Steen in control. Steen with another fisherman buster onto the knee. He is working the back and the neck of Terry Funk, trying to slow down the crazy man. And now it is Steen with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Terry Funk. And on a roll of 6, it is Funk with a running shoulder tackle that knocks Steen down to the mat. Funk now in control. Funk with a body slam. Plants Steen in the center of the ring. And Funk follows that up with a knee drop onto the fallen Steen. Funk now with a neck breaker drops Steen in the center of the ring. Starting to see some heavy lumber here from both men. Another big body slam from Funk puts Steen down. Steen back to his feet. But Funk is on him with a series of headbutts, and this time Steen goes down and stays down. And Funk now is going to go for the spinning toe hold. This is a +1 submission move. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes. And on a roll of 5, Steen is able to get to the bottom rope and force the break. But Funk now is in control as the match comes together. And now Funk with a pile driver. Funk wasting no time. This is a 0 finisher. Again, the pin roll is Snake Eyes, and this time Steen kicks out again. But Steen is in trouble as Funk has taken control here. And now it is Funk with a series of quick jabs. Steen is going to fire right back. And it is Steen with a leg drop onto Funk. Comes off the ropes and another somersault leg drop as he just grabbed Funk by the hair, threw him to the mat, and jumped on him. Steen stalking his man, pulling him to his feet, and now a hard elbow smash from Steen to the side of the head stuns Terry Funk. Steen, a hard-hitting wrestler, and now Steen rolls him over into the sharpshooter, but Funk quickly gets over and to the bottom rope to break that up. Both men to their feet, and now Steen is just biting him in the face. Steen is biting the face of Terry Funk. That's probably not a good idea. And Terry Funk is going to follow right up, spin him around, and drop him down with a neck breaker. That'll teach Steen who to bite. As Funk now is in control, and Funk with another series of headbutts, and Steen once again goes down. Funk in control, Funk with the quick jabs. Steen will again fire back, and Steen is going to go for a super kick. The super kick is a choice D maneuver, so he will need a roll of 9 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 7, he nailed him right between the eyes with a super kick, and Funk staggers back. Steen follows that up with another leg drop, and Funk stays down. Another leg drop from Steen, and Funk is still hurt. Steen stalking his prey and just gouges the eyes of Terry Funk. Boy, Steen is tempting fate with all these dirty moves against a guy with the abilities of Terry Funk, but so far he has gotten away with it. And now a looping punch from Steen to Funk, and Funk fires right back with a shoulder tackle and a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Steen, and on a roll of 5, it is Steen with a knee to the head as Funk charged in. And Steen now once again is in control with another leg drop. Steen pounding away at Terry Funk, and now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Terry Funk, and on a roll of 6, Funk grabs the arm and reverses it and sends Steen into the turnbuckle. Steen bounces off the turnbuckle, and Funk nails him with a kick to the lower abdomen, and Steen drops to his knees. Funk now with another series of headbutts. He's going to go for the cover here. The pin roll is 3, and on a roll of 5, Steen is able to kick out, but he is in some trouble here as Funk now is in control. Funk with another series of quick jabs. Funk follows that up with chops to the chest. And Steen gets right back up and fires back with chops to the chest of his own. Another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turn, and Funk will reverse that whip to the turnbuckle. And it is, as Steen bounces off the turnbuckle, Funk nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline, and down goes Kevin Steen. Funk in control. Funk's going up for a death jump. Funk comes off the top turnbuckle with a flying clothesline and puts Steen back down to the canvas once again. Funk now with a sleeper hold. Sleeper hold applied. Steen is staggering, able to get to his feet. And Funk with a knee drop. Steen rolls out of the way. And as both men come to their knees, Steen with a hard elbow smash that stuns Terry Funk. What a hard-hitting match we're seeing between these two. Another leg drop from Kevin Steen. Steen follows that up with another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Funk, and this time on a roll of 5, it is a kick to the head delivered by Funk. Funk now in control with another series of headbutts, and Steen now has been busted open by those headbutts. Steen rolls out of the ring, and on a roll of 7, we'll see the standard out of the ring chart. Both these men A-rated performers, and on a roll of 10, it is Funk who comes out and grabs the foreign object. He grabs the ring bell and just rings the bell of Kevin Steen with that bell. This is a no disqualification match. Action will continue, as now we're going to stay out of the ring. And it is going to be outside interference. Oh my goodness, who's going to come for outside interference in this match between these two heels? It's going to be Terry Funk bringing the outside interference, and it will be Terry Funk's brother, Dory Funk. We are in Dallas, and Dory Funk is in the stands. And Kevin Steen must have said something disrespectful to Dory Funk on the outside of the ring, as now we have a double team going on, as the Funk brothers are beating down Kevin Steen. And Steen is down. Funk is in control. On the arena floor we go. Another series of quick jabs by Funk. Steen is helpless as Funk drops the knee on him. Steen still staggering, trying to get back into this match. And Funk is going to go for a backbreaker. This is a choice E maneuver. He's going to need 9 or lower to hit it. And he hits it. And Steen is down. Steen opened up now that cut, as Funk is doing his damage, and out of the ring we go once again. Both men on the arena floor. It is Steen, it is Funk, firing lefts and rights. Funk wins the brawl. And back in the ring, Funk is going to go up for yet another death jump. And on a roll of 12, he nails him with another flying clothesline off the top rope. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is only 4. And on a roll of 5, Steen still manages to kick out. Terry Funk has used everything in his arsenal to try and put Steen down, but Steen continues to battle. Funk now with a pile driver. Makes the cover. And on a roll of 8, Steen kicks out again. The fans are starting to rally behind Kevin Steen, as Funk continues to wail away with those quick jabs on the bloodied forehead of Kevin Steen. Steen fires back with a super kick. And he nails the super kick. He goes for the cover. The pin roll is 3, and on a roll of 5, Funk manages to kick out. Steen, in desperation, hit that super kick out of nowhere. And now Steen with the F-Sank. Actually, no, with a 5 here, that is the package pile driver, and that is a +3 finisher. So the pin roll here is 7 or lower, and on a roll of 7, he got him out of nowhere. Kevin Steen with a super kick and a package pile driver fights his way through a bloody battle with Terry Funk to win the Southland Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, a new champion is crowned here in Dallas. Steen is bleeding from the head, but he hit the package pile driver, and he put Funk down for the 3 count. And what's going to happen here, Terry Funk is getting to his feet, and Terry Funk is raising the hand of Kevin Steen in a show of respect after that battle. As Terry Funk tried everything he could to put away Steen, could not put him down. And Steen finally, out of nowhere, with the package pile driver, gets the pin and earns the Southland Heavyweight Championship and earns the respect of the former champion Terry Funk. As Funk is a man's man, he doesn't take a step back from anybody, but at the same time, he respects this business, and he respects a man who can hold his own, and Kevin Steen more than held his own here tonight in Dallas with the Southland Heavyweight Championship on the line. And we have a new champion, and that man is Kevin Steen. What a match we have just seen, as we welcome Derek Bauman to the chat room just in time for that bloody battle. That was indeed a slobber knocker, but if you are a fan of slobber knockers, you ain't seen nothing yet, as it is time for our main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit, and this is for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. Standard championship rules are in effect, so there will be disqualifications permitted, or disqualification rules are in effect. Although I don't think either of these teams cares about that. Introducing first the challengers. Standing at 5'11", weighing in at 265 pounds from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is the Crusher. And his tag team champion, his tag team partner, former Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Champions, 6'1", 261 pounds, out of Reno, Nevada. This is Dick the Bruiser. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher coming to the ring with a desire to regain what they consider to be theirs, the PWMA Tag Team Championship. But their opponents are your reigning and defending PWMA Tag Team Champions at a total combined weight of 562 pounds, coming to you from Chicago, Illinois, accompanied to the ring by Precious Paul Ellering. This is Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. So the Road Warriors taking on Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. Carl Zilla, let's go Bruiser and Crusher. The Crusher from Expansion Pack 3. The Road Warriors color cards were, of course, part of the original color expansion pack. Dick the Bruiser, part of the Olsen Brothers bootleg set. And Precious Paul Ellering, also a Legends Special Edition card. As under his watchful eye, the Road Warriors will be defending the Tag Team Championship against the former champions. And this one is going to be a Donnybrook. It will be Dick the Bruiser starting things off for his squad against Road Warrior Animal. They come together in the center of the ring. As the fans are divided in their allegiances here, we have some fans pulling for Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. Others are pulling for the Road Warriors. As they come together, it is Animal who takes the opening initiative role. And Animal quickly starts off with a drop kick. He can get up for a big man, and he nails that drop kick. But Dick the Bruiser gets to his feet and just rakes his boot to the side of the face of Animal. And Animal wasn't expecting that. Dick the Bruiser in control. And Dick the Bruiser rakes the face again with the boot. These guys, there's no dirty tactics that they won't resort to. And now it is Dick the Bruiser following that up with a big knee smash. Once again, Animal tries to make the tag and cannot get there. Dick the Bruiser in control, and a top rope knee drop coming from Dick the Bruiser. That is his +2 finisher. The pin roll is 4 or lower. We don't use a pin save in that situation. And on a roll of 7, Animal is able to kick out. Dick the Bruiser in control. And Dick the Bruiser follows that up with a big pile driver. And Animal goes down, but gets to his knees very slowly. As Bruiser tags Crusher back into the match. And Crusher will see what he can do against Animal, who is down. Here's an atomic drop by the Crusher, stunning the Animal. And Animal still not able to get out and make the tag. And now it is a knee drop attempted by the Crusher, but the Animal got out of the way of that one. And it is Animal who comes back with a blatant chokehold. Referee calls for the break. Animal finally gets the opportunity to go tag. And the Crusher also, on the defensive tag, makes the tag. Bruiser and Hawk, now the legal men in the ring. And a house rule, I roll an initiative in this situation. When there's a defensive tag and an offensive tag at the same time, I do re-roll for initiative. And it is Dick the Bruiser who gets the initiative. And Dick the Bruiser who comes in with a big punch to the face. Hawk is not impressed. Hawk fires right back, grabbing Dick the Bruiser up, down, and hard with a vertical suplex down to the canvas. Hawk follows that up. Tag to Animal, a double clothesline delivered by both men to Dick the Bruiser. That is an add 1 maneuver. And Dick the Bruiser is hurt. Animal once again now the legal man in the ring. And Animal goes again to that blatant chokehold. This time Bruiser is able to get out and make the tag. Into the ring comes the Crusher. Crusher comes in with a headlock. Animal just shoves him away. And as Crusher comes off the ropes, Animal with a big back body drop over and down to the canvas hard. Both men get to their feet. Crusher first on the offensive. Tries for a punch to the throat. Animal dodges that and fires back with a big elbow smash right between the eyes. Crusher goes down. Animal comes off the ropes and a jumping elbow drop onto the fallen Crusher. Puts him down to the canvas hard. Animal now in control. And as Crusher gets up, Animal treats him to a boot to the midsection. Tag to Hawk. Hawk coming in. And now it is Hawk with a drop kick that staggers the Crusher. Hawk follows that up with a jumping fist drop. And the Crusher is stunned. Tag to Animal. And we're going to see a double team here. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crushing running forearm smash delivered by Animal as he comes off of the ropes and hits the Crusher. Animal in control, a jumping elbow drop. And now Crusher is leaving the ring. Out we go to the arena floor. And on a roll of 11, that is a big brawl on the arena floor. Let's see, out of the ring. A11 is the foreign object, the steel chair shot delivered by Animal to the Crusher. Disqualification rules are in effect here, and he will not be disqualified. And action continues as the match is corralled back into the ring by the referee. And Animal is going to pitch him back out of the ring again. We will not see the shenanigans yet as the referee is trying to keep things under control here. But on a roll of 7, they're just going to duke it out on the arena floor. And Animal will win the brawl on the floor. And they're going to stay out of the ring yet again for a 3rd time, risking double count out here. We are still not going to the out of the ring again chart as Crusher is rolled back into the ring by the Animal. And now we go out of the ring for a 4th time. And we got to go to the chart this time as this match is getting out of control. Animal and the Crusher on the arena floor duking it out. And the out of the ring chart takes us to the foreign object. The foreign object is in play. And the gut check roll, 12, 11, 10, 9 versus 8. So Animal wins the gut check roll, grabs the foreign object, and slugs the crusher. Once again, this will be a disqualification roll. Disqualification rules in effect, but the disqualification roll does not disqualify the animal, and the animal will be in control. And now he goes with a boot to the midsection. Follows that up with a scoop slam, and down hard goes the crusher. But as the animal moves in, crusher gets to his feet and grabs animal in a big bear hug. Reversal by crusher into the bear hug. And animal is going to reach over and tag in Road Warrior Hawk. Hawk now on the offensive. Hawk comes at him with a neck breaker, followed by a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes the crusher, and Hawk nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline, and down goes the crusher. Animal follows that up with an over-the-shoulder backbreaker. The crusher is hurt. Dave, house rule, I roll pin save after pin roll. So does all four of the Uncharted crew. A lot of old schoolers do. Interesting. I will certainly keep that in mind. Thanks for the tip on that. I always did it the other way, that the guy on the outside has to decide before the pin whether he's coming in or not. But I like it better to do it after the pin roll. And now I have forgotten where we stood. I think Hawk just executed the over-the-shoulder backbreaker. Crusher got to his feet. Hawk is on level 2 offense. And Hawk with a jumping fist drop down hard onto the crusher. Crusher going to try and get over and make the tag. He's unable to do so. As Hawk follows that up, tags to Animal, and they nail a double clothesline on the crusher. That's going to cost him a point of fatigue, and he is down. Animal now the legal man in the ring. Animal with the camel clutch applied. This is a choice G maneuver. He can either go with the death jump roll of A or the power roll of 5 or lower. He'll take his chances on the death jump roll. And on a roll of 12, he nailed it. He nails the death jump. He links on the camel clutch and is going to try for the submission here on a roll of 4 or lower. And on a roll of 10, Crusher is able to power his way out. And no pin save necessary. But Animal still in control here. And Animal is going to go back to the camel clutch again. Ooh, but the death jump roll is A6. And that means the Crusher executes the reversal. In the death jump parlance. See, I don't like this death jump on a choice chart against a submission move. But we'll say that Animal went up top and that he tried to come down, but the chart says that Crusher throws him to the mat and he goes down hard off of the turnbuckle. So the Crusher now has taken control on level 3 offense, and Crusher with the Crusher Bolo. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 4, and on a roll of 10, Animal kicks out. Tag to Dick the Bruiser. We're going to see a double team here. Oh, but on a roll of 12, that is a botched double team, as Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher toss Animal into the ropes. Animal ducks under the clothesline and comes back and nails both men with the running clothesline, and that puts Animal back in charge on level 3 offense. Crusher is down, and Animal hits him and tosses him out of the ring yet again. No shenanigans in effect on a roll of 7. And on a roll of 4, it is the Crusher who pulls Animal out of the ring and slams his leg into the steel post. Animal is hurt. Crusher is hurt. Crusher is first back into the ring, and Crusher is going to try and ram Animal into the ring post. That is a choice H maneuver, so he can do that on a agility roll of 9 or a death jump roll of C. He'll try for the 9, and he hits the 9, and he goes for the cover. The pin roll is 4, and the Animal is able to kick out. But the Crusher is going to tag in Dick the Bruiser, and the fresh man into the ring now for the challengers. Dick the Bruiser quickly applies the stomach claw. That's an add one move. There's no submission here, but Animal is trying desperately to get over and make a tag. He is not able to do so. Animal's now got 4 fatigue tokens, which means it's time for Precious Paul Ellering to try and get involved. Manager interference coming into play. Once we've hit 4 fatigue tokens, on a roll of 8, your manager attacks the opponent. Roll disqualification 4. That's not going to happen. If there's no disqualification, the opponent fights off the attack and throws your manager out of the ring. So Precious Paul Ellering unsuccessful, and Dick the Bruiser maintains control here. Dick the Bruiser now with a pile driver. Animal still desperately trying to get over for the tag, still cannot get there. Dick the Bruiser now goes to the top rope knee drop. That's a finisher. The pin roll is 8, and using Butcher rules, we roll the pin for the pin count first, and on 12 he kicks out. And the match continues with Dick the Bruiser in control. Tag to the Crusher, another double team attempt coming up here. And on a roll of 10, it is a deadly elbow smash from the Crusher. The Crusher now in control. The Crusher with a knee drop. Animal is hurt. The Crusher with a blatant choke. Referee calls him off on the 4 count. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Animal, and Crusher takes him down with a body tackle. Crusher now with a bear hug. That's a submission hold. It's a roll of 7. And on a roll of 9, Animal endures the bear hug, and the match continues. Do we try outside interference by Hawk? Animal's up to 6 fatigue tokens. We'll go high-low on a 4, 5, or 6. Hawk is coming in on the outside interference. And on a roll of 6, here comes Hawk. He can't stand it anymore. Outside interference by Hawk. This will be the last interference roll. But Animal's down to 6 fatigue tokens. The roll is 8. And the referee throws Hawk out of the ring. And the match will continue with the Crusher still in charge. The referee intercepts Hawk's attempt at interference. And now it's going to be another death jump roll for Animal. And on a roll of 8, he gets nailed with a flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher taking control here. They're going to try for another double team. They haven't done well with their double teams so far. But on a roll of 8, it is an awesome double neck breaker. Animal is down, and Dick the Bruiser now the legal man in the ring and in control. And it is Dick the Bruiser who is going to pitch Animal out of the ring. Actually, in this situation, I think I'm going to roll up because they've got Animal in trouble. They don't want him out of the ring. Instead, there's going to go a whip to the turnbuckle, and we will roll up on that and hit a punch to the face. Punch to the face by Dick the Bruiser, and finally Animal is able to get over and make the tag. That's still better than going to the outside and risking getting beat up on the arena floor with the title at hand or a possible disqualification. Hawk now the legal man in the ring. He comes in with a neck breaker. He's now going to attempt a standing drop kick, and on a roll of 3, he nails that. And Dick the Bruiser is hurt. And Dick the Bruiser is able to get over and make the tag. In comes the Crusher. Crusher with a series of forearm smashes. Hawk fires back with another neck breaker. Needs a 10 or lower to hit that, and he hits it. And the Crusher is stunned. Crusher can't make the tag. Hawk follows that up with another drop kick. Crusher still can't make the tag. Huge pop for Hawk as he hits the ring. Now it's a double clothesline by both members of the Road Warriors. They do have to tag after that. Animal in control. And Animal with a whip to the turnbuckle. And again, KB, let me know if I'm doing that wrong. When the move on the card says tag, I have always played that the team is compelled to make a tag. So even if, you know, Hawk's got 0 points of fatigue and Animal's got 6, if they hit that tag move, they have to make the tag. And now it is Animal with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes the Crusher. And on a roll of 4, it is the Crusher who hits a skull-splitting running lariat. Makes the cover on Animal. The pin roll here is 8 or lower. And on a roll of 7, he got him. So yeah, there's that tag move. The Road Warriors thought they were badass enough to pull it off. But instead, Animal eats a neck-breaking clothesline off the turnbuckle from the Crusher, and the Crusher scores the pinfall, and we've got new PWMA Tag Team Championships. Tag team finisher on card, partner makes to cover as well. Yeah, so everybody concurs. Hawk made the tag to Animal unwisely. Animal came in, hit the clothesline, hit the whip to the turnbuckle, but Crusher came off the turnbuckle, nailed Animal with that skull-splitting running lariat, and covered him up for the pin. The Road Warriors being out of pin saves, Crusher made the cover and got the 3 count. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher have regained the PWMA Tag Team Championship. As Crusher pins the Animal after the skull-splitting running lariats. All right, what a match and what a turn of events there. Two really good matches in our double main event tonight as 2 new champions are crowned. Kevin Steen, now the Southland heavyweight champion. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher are your new PWMA Tag Team Champions. There will be a rematch against the Road Warriors, and this time it will be best 2 out of 3 falls, as they have traded the tag belts back and forth, and the only way to settle that is 2 out of 3 falls. And we'll try and get that onto the channel on a Saturday afternoon sometime here in the next few weeks. All right, fans, we're done here. Thank you for checking out tonight's broadcast. It has been a pleasure coming to you from the Dave Cave. Broken foot and all. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners, and thank you to everybody who came to the show tonight. Carl Zilla, Ultimate Wildcat Fan. Mark Ferguson, Derek Bauman, Neil Lau had to take off earlier. Somebody else, I believe, was here at the beginning. I think we got everybody. Yes, indeed, we got everybody who came by. So thank you to everybody who checked out tonight's show. Fun show for everybody. I enjoyed the matches, enjoyed the banter in the chat room, and of course enjoyed the tips and tricks on how to play this game correctly from the voice of expertise of Kevin Butcher and Carl Zilla and everybody who joined in the chat. So thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Signing off from the Dallas Sportatorium and from the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little. That's our stream, and I am out of here.